Hey everyone, BLOVE here. Welcome back if you are a subscriber. Welcome if this is your first time tuning into my YouTube channel. I am so excited, which is nothing new. You guys know if you watched one of my videos in the past that I get so excited when I get to chat about my upcoming releases. Today's video is a little bit different because I'm not talking about a new book. It's a book that I'm re-releasing, but it may be new to quite a few of you. My platform has grown like ridiculously large over the past 2 years since I originally dropped this series. So it may be new to you, it may not be. And I'm so excited to talk about this family, to talk about this series, and to talk about what is next up for this set of beautifully flawed characters. Okay, so in 2020, I released I Need a Gangsta. Originally, I did it as a three-part series, and then I did a little bit later a fourth part, which was an update novella for the sisters, because I wanted each set of books to be about 3 to 4 siblings each. Because, y'all, Ricky Gucci, which is the father of all, actually has 27 children. And before you be like, B, this shit gonna be unrealistic, whoop de whoop de woo, the saga was inspired by a real life person. Now, it was back in 2020, and I had met someone for the first time. I think I was somewhere, I don't know where I was. I was at some kind of family gathering, I believe, and I was talking to a woman, and she was basically she she's one of those people who will tell you her whole life story because it is just so wow. So she was telling me about her life, her father, how she has 26 additional siblings, and all of this, and she was just giving me examples of stuff that would happen in their life, and I was like, girl, this is a lot. And she was like, I know. So when she found out I was an author, she was like, you need to write about this. Now, I did not write about her life specifically, but I did use her as inspiration for, the man having 27 children scattered around all these different women in the same city. So trust me when I say this stuff happens more than you think. So it's I Need a Gangsta. It was originally a 4-part series. Tomorrow, fingers crossed, if Amazon plays nicely, it will be uploaded and back available on Amazon as a standalone book. Now, with that being said, I can't tell you how many books are going to be in this saga. I can't tell you how many family members I'm going to feature in this saga. What I can tell you at this specific moment, because it can change, is so far I have in mind 12 siblings that I want to feature. So if I do it the way I had in mind to do it in 2020, um, that'll be 4 books within the saga. I don't know for sure. Okay. I don't know. But as of now, if I keep my original plan, you'll meet 12 siblings and you'll get 4 books for the Gucci Gang family saga. I don't know how the books are going to end. Um, they're going to end with that set of characters having, their happily ever ever, or they're happily for right now, or whatever the case may be. But it will end with some foreshadowing. I'm so country right now. Some foreshadowing of what's going to happen for the siblings that will be featured in the next book. So it might not necessarily end with the to be continued, but just like in the Black Mayhem Mafia saga, you're going to see that good ending, but you're also going to get that, that chapter, that paragraph, whatever the case may be, that's going to let you know about what's about to happen in the next book. So I don't really want to say it's going to have a to be continued or it's going to end in a cliffhanger or anything like that. But I know that you guys are kind of particular about the language used because you try to prepare. So I don't really know how to tell you these are going to be packaged. But what I can say is that each book is going to feature just specific siblings, and you won't have to read several books to get an update on those siblings or continue those particular sibling stories. So I will tell you that you don't have to read it all together. You don't have to wait for every one of the books to come out or anything like that. So I don't know, y'all. Just buckle up for the ride here. I'm a creative, so I don't have time. I don't be knowing. I could say one thing, and when I start actually writing, it turns out completely different. Or I can be 2 or 3 books in, and then shit starts hitting the fan, and we got to go a different direction. You never really know. You never really know. So, yeah, just buckle up for a very wild ride. That's all I can say. Do not compare this family to the Black Mayhem Mafia family, okay? Pressure is originally from the Gucci Gang. The Gucci Gang was my first love, my first baby, the first family that I wanted to create a saga around. And it wasn't the time. It wasn't the time for me to continue. It wasn't the time for me to go down that lane. So, year later, we do the Black Mayhem Mafia saga. That took off, and it provided the opportunity for me to reintroduce the Gucci Gang saga through Pressure by incorporating him into the Black Mayhem Mafia saga. And with me doing that, y'all showed them so much love. We ended up getting hundreds of new downloads for that book, over 1 million pages read for that book. So I was like, damn, the power of the Black Mayhem Mafia saga. Because you guys show up and show out for the Gucci Gang family, and I really appreciate that. But with that being said, do not expect or compare the Gucci Gang family to the Black Mayhem Mafia. These are 2 completely different families, 2 completely different calibers of characters. The books are written completely different. They have a different tone. They have different themes. Like, they're different. So if you go in expecting anything to be the same, you can go in expecting a great read. But don't go in expecting the characters to be the same, the situations to be the same, the books to be the same, because they're not going to be. You're not going to see any of the Black Mayhem Mafia in this first book, I Need a Gangsta. Now, you will get mentions of the Black Mayhem Mafia in Pressure's book when it comes out. I'll explain it in a second. You will get mentions, and you will see Vixen. Now, I'm not going to say that Vixen and Pressure are a couple. I'm not going to say they're going to be together. I'm not going to say they'll have this happily ever after. For whatever reason, a lot of readers are expecting Vixen to be with Outlaw or Pressure. So you will see them working very closely together, but that's all I can tell you right now. Okay, that's all I can say. Now, I Need a Gangsta originally focused only on Christian Gucci, Lee Gucci, and Maria Gucci. Those are 3 sisters who were conceived by Ricky Gucci and Portia. And along with those 3 sisters, I showed you 3 of their brothers as secondary characters, which was Pressure, Draco, and Donovan. Draco and Donovan are twins, completely opposite twins. So you'll see Pressure, Draco, and Donovan in I Need a Gangsta, but this is Christian, Lee, and Maria's book. Because these are secondary characters, they don't have their own chapters, but they are heavily laced within the book because this is a very tight-knit family. So if you've had your curiosity piqued with Pressure in the Black Mayhem Mafia saga and you want more of him, I recommend, if you have not already, get ready to read I Need a Gangsta. His book is going to be coming out in August of this year. It's been a long time coming, but the brothers are up next. Pressure, Draco, and Donovan are finally getting their book. I cannot tell you how many readers have asked me this for literally the past 2 years. When are the Gucci Gang brothers getting their book? It's finally coming out. Thank you for being so patient with me. I Need a Gangster is some of my best work to date. Just off the character development alone, I've never developed characters better than I developed those characters in I Need a Gangster. So I Need a Gangster holds a very special place in my life. That's why I've consistently pulled it, tweaked it, and put it back up, changed the covers, changed the synopsis, and all of this kind of stuff because it was such a sacred work of art to me. It was so good. And you'll never feel like your book is perfect, right? You'll never feel like it gets as many reads as it deserves, as many reviews as it deserves. When you're really invested and connected with the work of art, it's just like your baby. You'll never really feel like it gets what it deserves. So this tomorrow will be, I think, the third edition of I Need a Gangster that I put out. But I can promise myself, I ain't gonna promise y'all yet because I gotta keep my promise to myself first. I can promise myself right now, and Lord, hold me accountable. Don't let me bring this book back down again, Jesus, because I don't want that mad at me. I can promise myself that unless, something crazy happens and the book is taken down for reasons beyond me, or, who knows, I may get an opportunity to have it turned into a film or a play or, something where we have to do extended distribution. Outside of big opportunities happening, I Need a Gangster will not be removed again. Tomorrow's upload and edition is going to be the last and final edition of this book. It has been edited over again, and I'm just so proud of it. I can't wait for you guys to actually read it, and I hope y'all enjoy it as much as I do. It is, like I said, very developed, and it's a very slow-paced read. I know you guys are used to my fast-paced Insta love. That ain't the case with this, okay? It's over 150,000 words, okay? Over 150,000 words. I took my time with it. Each chapter is damn near 4,000 to 6,000 words, sometimes more. So I'm obsessed. It was the first time I'd ever done a project this long. It was the first time I'd ever developed characters this much, given so many details and descriptions. I broke it down, and this isn't me tooting my own horn. I'm a very grounded author, but at the same time, I gotta put some respect on this because I did this. Even the secondary and supporting characters were extremely developed and layered. Everybody served a purpose in this book. You're gonna have characters you love. You're gonna have characters you hate. You're gonna be emotionally invested. Some love will be easy. Some love will be hard. You'll be rooting for some couples. Can't stand others. I am just so excited. So, okay, I'm gonna give y'all some details very quickly about the sisters, and then we'll be done. So before I do that, Resurrection, the Black Mayhem Mafia finale, comes out July 3rd. The Black Mayhem Mafia Saga box is now available. It is going to be available for purchase in July and in December. After that, that's it until next year. I'm going to do an anniversary box every year until I get tired of it or y'all get tired of it and we don't want it no more. And we're at a space where we can comfortably and confidently release these characters. Now, I will say, outside of me making the box available every July 3rd of the year, since that's the date the last book is going to come out, I will possibly, I don't even want to say this because I don't want y'all to expect it. There's a slight chance that you'll also be able to get an update novella. It will only be in paperback form. If you purchase the box in advance, you can only, there will be an option for you to only receive the novella. And so what I might do is if you purchase the box this year, you'll have a coupon code that you can use to get a discount for the novella. And don't hold me to that, because who knows, next May or June, Black Mayhem Mafia might be like, let us rest. We don't want to talk. So it's just an idea for right now. Can't make any promises, can't make any guarantees. Don't expect that. I'm just telling you, it might possibly be something that you can see in the future. So that box is available. If you have not ordered your box already, you have until the end of July to get it. After that, I am shutting down my store. That's including all paperbacks, not just the box, all paperbacks. I'm shutting down my store. You'll be able to get your paperbacks in November for December. And then you'll be able to get the Black Mayhem Mafia box in December. After that, you won't be able to get it again until July 3rd of next year. Hopefully I won't forget. If I don't forget, I'm going to drop the link for the Resurrection pre-order and my bookstore link as well, because the box is attached to my paperback bookstore on my website. Okay, so now let me tell you guys about these sisters, honey. Now, brace yourselves, because these are not your typical beloved female characters, okay? Especially Lee. But we have Christian, Lee, and Maria. They are all in them streets. They are all about that life. But they all have legal, jobs and careers and stuff as well. As the title suggests, they need a particular kind of man to love them. And these men are top tier, but they are crazy. They are my usual beloved holy hoodlums. There's such stark differences between these characters. The sisters aren't the same. Their men aren't the same. The brothers aren't the same. You're genuinely going to get a different type of woman in a different type of situation that came from the same set of parents. But they're so different to where it's like you wouldn't even think that they came from the same home, because they show you so many different variants of what can happen on the spectrum of coming from a one-parent home. Because basically Ricky was a Rolling Stone. So he was with Christian, Lee, and Maria's mother for about 6 years before he left for over 20. So you have Christian, who can't stand her father, very angry toward him, but was a mama's girl. So her relationship with men is a little weird, because she doesn't want to be hurt the way she saw her mother be hurt. So she'll get close to men, she'll be in relationships, but she's very afraid to love and be vulnerable. Then you have Lee, who was a daddy's girl. So she gave her mother a really hard time. She was very resentful toward her mother because she felt like her father left because of her mother. So she is very sexual, very sensual. She's a man's kind of woman. Very much so with the daddy issues, very much so using sex to feel connected to a man. And then there's Maria, the youngest. I want to say she was 2 when her father left. So she has no need for him. She doesn't feel like she has a lack because of him. All she had was her mother. She doesn't have any, memories of her father or anything like that. So she doesn't need a man at all. She doesn't even care to, have sexual, physical relationships with him, because she feels like she has no lack. Plus, she had a very disappointing heartbreak to happen while she was in high school, which makes it even more difficult for her to want to be with another man. So, girl, they all got issues, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And love is not easy for them. In fact, love is extremely hard. The only thing that makes love easy is the men that want to love them. These men show them that it's okay to be soft and vulnerable and feminine, but they accept them as they are. because the women are lethal. The women are gutter. The women can hold their own. Um, I cannot stress that enough. But they finally find men that they feel safe with. So let's see, for Christian, it's not necessarily a love triangle. She's in a relationship, but she should be with her best friend. So we'll say it like that. It's kind of like a friends to lovers kind of thing. For Lee, it is just a lot of craziness. Um, she's friends with her guy as well, but she doesn't want to be in a relationship. She just likes to have her fun. So I would say theirs is more like a second chance love kind of thing. And then for Maria, hmm, what can I say about Maria? Maria's is just a love story in general. Opening yourself up to love, healing, releasing your grief, and just trusting yourself to make better choices this time around and really love again. So yeah, you got a gumbo of different themes, different tropes, different levels to life and love and womanhood and relationships. It's going to be a whole lot of twists and turns, a whole lot of things you probably won't see coming. And I'm just really excited for you guys to read this. If you have not read it already, if you have read it, I think if you chose to read it again, it would be worth it because it's jam packed with a whole lot of good stuff, good writing, good characters, good development, and then the stuff that happens, like the stuff that happens. I don't know what my mind was on when I was coming up with this stuff because I was editing this stuff last night. Like, where did I come up with this shit? It's so freaking good. So even if you've read it, I highly suggest that you read it again in preparation for Pressure and his brother's stories to come out in August. That one's going to be in standalone format as well. That one's going to be over 100,000 words as well because we're giving 3 full-length novels for these brothers, and I'm not gonna play with them like that. Like I did it up with the sisters, so they're gonna get the same, respect and attention to their story. Um, what I will say is that part 4, it was originally titled To Love Me Better, and it was only available as an exclusive through my website. So if you never read that, it is going to be included with tomorrow's version of I Need a Gangsta. So if you've already read the first 3-part, version of the book, but you were waiting for that, tomorrow's your day. You'll finally get to read the update on the sisters and get an even better look into what's up next for the brothers. So, I guess I'm gonna stop now. But you'll be hearing my voice soon because I'm gonna be coming back maybe in a day or two. Not much more than 2 days. It'll probably be, it might be, let's see, today's Monday. So it's probably going to be Tuesday or Wednesday when I upload my next video because that one's going to be about resurrection. Again, that comes out July 3rd. It's available for pre-order now. And y'all know I got to talk to y'all about that before it comes out. So you'll get another video from me tomorrow, possibly, or Wednesday at the latest. So if you're not subscribed at this point, I need you to go ahead and subscribe. We're doing another giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers. And make sure you click the description box because there are going to be some links there that you need to be clicking on, okay? Okay, until next time, love, peace.